I'm always trying to find fun ways to challenge myself in Bloons TD6, so I thought, what is the least amount of towers that you can use to beat every single game mode on Monkey Meadow? Now, when I say least amount of towers, I don't mean just use Sada and a Druid and a Ninja and beat every single game mode and just say 3. I'm talking like an extreme odyssey, where if I use a Dart Monkey on standard beginner mode, that means I cannot place another Dart Monkey the entire duration of this. No more in medium, no more in chimps, no more in hard mode. It is gone for good if we use it that one time, and that applies to every single tower. Now, what makes this kind of crazy is we only have access to 25 towers and 1 hero. And when I say 1 hero, that means if I place Churchill down, I cannot place any other heroes the rest of the game either. Just one and done for all heroes. You can't go and use Quincy and then Gwendolyn. It's just one and done. So we have access to 26 towers, but there are only 14 game modes, which means that we can't even just use 2 for all of them. A lot of these, we have to use 1 tower to make it through the game mode. Oh, but wait, there's even more. 2 of these towers are water, and we cannot use them, taking our total from 26, including the hero, down to 24. And then we're probably not going to be using a banana farm because I don't see what that would do good for us. So that takes us down to 23 towers for 14 game modes. Is it even possible? But we're going to go through this just like we would a Black Border. We're going to go through every single one of them. And as you guys know, a Black Border takes about an hour and 30 minutes if you're going as fast as you can, placing towers at the front and going crazy. But we can't go crazy because for a lot of these, like I said, we have to rely on 1 tower. So things are going to move a little slow, which is why we're enforcing speed mods. And by speed mods, I'll show you here in a second. But I think our first one here should be a Beast Handler. And the reason why is I'm kind of sacrificing the Beast Handler because we can only use 1, right? Which means I cannot get a 5th tier. So it's not going to do me as good later on in the harder modes. So I figured we'd sacrifice some lives and just get this guy out of the way here now. When I say sacrifice lives, it's because we have spikes here. We have 200 lives and a mana shield, and we're only going to round 40. So there's only round 24, 33, 36, and 37 only camo rounds. So we can just actually sacrifice them and not worry about it as long as we don't lose more lives. Plus, we can fight a little bit of camo because we do have the Gyre Falcon and the Horned Owl. This is still 1 tower. I've added some more little caveats here that I've made it harder for myself. We cannot sell. So for instance, let's say we're on Impoppable mode and I want to use a top path ice to start paired with a Desperado. But then I want to use the bottom path ice later. And technically if I sell it, it's still the same ice monkey. No, it is not. You place it, it is stuck there forever. And you cannot use it ever again. So we're going to play with those rules as well to make this even harder on ourselves. Now, what are the least amount of towers that we can use? I'm hoping we leave a couple out, but just on the basic math alone, let's say there were 28 towers. That gives us 2 to each game mode, right? But that's automatically taking like 3 or 4 of those away. So we're going to try to get through 1. So it's going to get a little crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. It's going to get a little crazy. I've come up with some ideas. I had to test chimps and half cash. Half cash I knew was going to be a problem. So I have 2 towers in mind that I think are going to work well. It's just a matter of using the least amount of possible early on to see if, are we good here? Yeah, we'll be fine. The least amount of possible early on to give us the most possible later. Just like in Extreme Odyssey. Like when I play Extreme Odysseys on Bloons TD6, I go through and I just try to use 1 dart like over and over, because usually they'll give me 5 of them. And then by the end, I have like 17 towers left. If that's the case here, that'll be awesome. But some of these, you got to keep in mind, like we need camo and we need lead. Once we get past beginner mode, we need those things, like have to have those things. So that means if we get to chimps mode and don't have a good camo source, or we're left with just a village, right? A village and a druid. How are we going to get through chimps? You're not going to do it. So we have to think smart here and get through it. But as you can see, we've only lost like a chunk of lives here, so this is awesome. And then when I said earlier speed mods, by that I just mean it takes about an hour and a half on average to do a Black Border speed run. So I am using the fast forward mods on this, so we're not here all day, because if that's the case, things are going to get a little crazy. So no other mods. We're not cheating in any way. I'm just speeding it up for the sake of your sanity and mine too. And now we're on primary, so like obviously I think I'm going to need like the bomb for half cash, or I'm going to need a boomer for half cash. I don't want to be wasting that. So then I was thinking, okay, well, we know that we can put a dart monkey all the way to this one. Was this primary only or deflation? This is primary only. I'm thinking deflation. We could use a dart monkey and get through this pretty well too. I think if we just use a juggernaut, but then how would we get through the MOAB? So then I thought, let's Desperado. So when it comes to primary though, we got to think of the future like I've been saying. I know I'm going to need a boomer later. I know a bomb could be great for 63 on a lot of these game modes, so save that one. The tack, I feel like, is a good MOAB popper. We only have to pop one MOAB. So then I thought, would a glue work on its own? If I placed it perfectly, could we get through? Because we've already proved that the camo's not going to kill us with 25 mana, 200 lives, and these spikes. So let's give it a go. As long as we get corrosive and have enough to get corrosive early on, we should actually be okay. So if we could beat solo game mode on primary only, I don't know why I'm so excited about this. I've just never done anything like this. I'm sure someone's done it in the past. There's so many Bloons tubers out there now that I'm sure everybody has seen. That's not true. That's not true. I haven't seen this. I have not seen this, but I'm sure someone has found like the least way of doing this, which is cool. It's just fun to come up with things and to try it out and see if it works, which is what I'm doing. Because if you guys have been with my channel, I haven't made a video in a while here. I think I did a Black Border on the newest map when that came out. It was Tricky Tracks at the time, right? But I have not played since then just because I'm losing my love, guys. There's just not much to go for. But then I was thinking like, that'd be kind of fun. Let's see if we could do it with Xing all of the towers out as we go, which is pretty awesome. So I have a little list here that I'm writing down of ones that I got rid of so you guys don't have to. So far, I've used just the Beast Handler, and now it's the glue. Now, the goal here is to get to the Bloon Liquefier, but this is actually really easy. Like, I don't see why this will be a problem. And with the fact that he can splatter the glue on the ground, I really think this is going to go all the way to 40 with, like, 0 problems. So I'm actually going to splatter it up a little bit faster here. Now, as far as heroes go, I just figured oh, that is kind of scary, huh? I figured Churchill will be the best because he does everything. He pops camo, he pops lead, he pops camo lead, he pops purple, he pops camo purple. He's just like, I don't want to say this, but he is one of the, if not strongest heroes in this game. I like to talk smack because one of my buddies that plays Bloons, Supreme Avocado, one of the best players in the game, always says that Churchill's the best, and I always have to argue because he just drives me crazy. But, oh wow, that was super clean. That was super clean. Okay. Now here, next one is Deflation. Now this is where it gets a little crazy, and it's just not crazy, just easy, right? Like if you think about it, it's an easy choice. So at first I thought, okay, we're used to using Dart Monkey for Deflation when we do our Black Border runs. It's just always takes down everything. We know it can take down around 60. But then I was thinking a Dart could be really useful for Juggernauts, for bottom paths, crossbow masters. But then I was thinking a Desperado can't be. Like he only has a few good purposes in my head, just because I don't use him that much. He is newer to me. I know the top path is great, so why not use the top path for this and just finish it off, and hopefully that it'll work. Now, my other thoughts were, well, I can't really use too much. It has to be something that can pop camo and can pop lead, which we know that this one can, and we have enough for it. This might be my new go-to when it comes to doing this game mode, because I've always used Crossbow Master, but I get kind of bored with it. Now we can use this one, and it does pop lead. Like, I think it did pop lead when it came out the top path, and then it couldn't, and then it did again. Or maybe it didn't, and now it does. But it does now. It pops lead. So, I mean, dude, it takes literally everything down. It could take down DDTs. It's a great tower. So I didn't put too much thought into using him later on. Like I said, my thought process was, this is how I did it. I went through chimps first, and then I went through half cash, and I made sure, like, the least way possible. I was like, okay, what could I go very lightly on here? And then I started from the beginning and went through and said, okay, now we need to go as lightly as possible and have some stuff left over. And then that's where this list came from. And I think it should work for the most part. We'll probably have a little bit of issues here and there. And as far as Black Border, I'm just calling it a Black Border because it's easier to say than like every game mode. Like the word for that is Black Border, but the whole thing about Black Border is that you have to get through chimps without losing or pausing the game or anything like that. So if we can do, yeah, we'll probably be able to do chimps, 2-tower chimps without losing. Why wouldn't we? That should be fine. I'm not going to tell you who I'm using yet. It's a little weird. It's a weird one. Like you think there's so many options for chimps, 2 towers on Monkey Meadow, and the what I chose is weird. But like I said, I started with it first because I was trying to go with towers that I don't think I'm going to need that often. But there are towers that we are going to need. Like we do need lead. We do need camos, I've said before. So our pairings are going to have to either be strategic in the fact that one can get lead kind of early, or we're going to have to bomb lives early on to like be okay past that. But we're done with beginner, which is great, or easy. We're done with easy, and now we're on to medium standard. And for here, I have just put mortar and village because I figured it's going to be a tough play, but I need to get mortar out of the way because I know there's not much I can do with him. And the reason for that is that the top path sucks. Like the top path can't do much. Like it can't pop black balloons. It can't pop zebra balloons. I don't think it can even pop purple, but the middle path can. So now I was like, okay, now what can we do to get past that? And then I thought, well, village, because I don't think I'm going to use a village at all later on, because that means you're pretty much essentially you're soloing the game if you have a village as your buddy, right? So let's just see what we can do here. I'm going to try it here, and then we're going to go with the middle path. But I don't know if I should go bigger blast first or faster reload. Probably faster reload first, right? But it only does 1 damage. So then that's not good. So now we can do 2 damage. We can one-shot blues. So I think we'll just go back and forth between them all. So there's rapid. There we go. And then we're going to go balloon buster. And then we'll go heavy shells. Now I think we're going to sacrifice some camo early on just to make sure that we have enough for everything. Because the only way to take down this MOAB is with getting this 4th tier. And even that's going to be tough. Because this tower is never my favorite. I'm not good at microing it. I mean, I'm not terrible. I'm not like a dunce at it, but I just don't want to I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. I just don't want to be a part of that. But now I think we're safe to actually get to the village because we are going to need camo at some point. Otherwise, guess what? We're going to eat it. Now I'm using up the rest of my spikes here just because I'm being lazy because we're gonna have to micro a lot. So I'm kind of just don't want to, but I was hoping, yeah, sometimes it does pop here, but that's just completely random, it seems. But now with this, we should be okay. And we have our camo village. Now I'm going to go to jungle drums, but I think my play here is going to actually be call to arms. And the reason why is because when you look at these prices, I would love to go primary expertise for 25,000. Well, actually, should I do a primary expertise for 25,000? I'm actually, oh man, I don't know. Because I was thinking if I go call to arms, it's only 20,000. Oh, but I have to get 7,500. Oh, that's actually dumb. I'm not doing that. Okay, I was going to go call to arms and give the little boost there, but I don't think that's a smart play. I think it's better to go this one. It's cheaper. I was just thinking oh, it's useless to use it because there's no way we're getting pop and all. That's not happening. But this is actually a lot cheaper. Okay, do I have to use my ability? Might as well, right? We don't have to do anything for the next few rounds. Okay, now we need $25,000, which is 30,000 total. But call to arms would be 25, or it would be 20 plus 75, so 27.5. And this one was about, okay, so we're saving $2 grand. But this would be useless without call to arms, and MIB doesn't do anything, and this is useless until we get primary expertise. So it's actually the same, and we don't have to do any micro after that, because I was like, okay, we'll use call to arms, but then I still have to micro the heck out of this thing, and then I have to use call to arms. If I use this one, I don't have to do nothing. Okay, that just was like a brain fart there, but I think we're gonna be okay with this. This was pretty cool. Now, like I said, these are all thought out, but not most of them have been implicated. So we're is that the right word? Tested. I guess tested is the right word. They're tested in theory because we've played this game for so many years, but there are things that could ruin us. And then if my list doesn't pack out, I have a couple backups, but we'll see. And then if it all works out, we're going to end this with I think -3 or 4 towers, because I'm not going to use banana farm. I don't plan to use banana farm. I don't think we're going to need it. Now it would help, let's say we're using spike factory and we want to go for the top path, but I don't think there's any game mode where we would need spiked, what is it even called? Supermine? I don't think we're going to need that. So I don't think that's a necessary thing. I don't think we're going to need the Ray of Doom. We could just go with a Mad. I wanted to go bottom path Dartling for when we do use Dartling, but I was like, okay, he can't pop lead. He's useless. So then what do I pair him with? An Alchemist? So an Alchemist is supposed to get through the first few rounds until I can save up for a Dartling. That's kind of the problem I had when I was thinking about all of these. I was like, okay, well, we can do this, but then there's a problem. I was like, you know what? A ninja's going to be legit for this. Then I was like, but it won't, because then you have a bottom path ninja that can't really do anything. So that's kind of a bummer. But there's our primary expertise. So I think I'm done. I don't think I have to play with this anymore. I can just leave this here. Yeah, because I think he can solo a BF beat. It's what, 400 or 1,000 per shot on a BF. A buffba. All right, so next is going to be military. And you guys know which one we're using for that. I was skeptical about using this early, but then I was thinking what other tower could we use this early? It is the best choice for sure. And let me show you here. We're going to go here. We're going to go military. Was that standard? Yes, that was standard. Okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is obviously going to be the helicopter, because sniper, I'll just show you. I mean, you know, the sniper can only go through a couple. I mean, even if you go faster firing here, you're only going to get through. This is just a playthrough, so I'm just showing you. This doesn't count as using the sniper. It just falls off. It's great for a little bit, but then it falls off. But guess what? that's just to get through with the bottom path. Well, you have to use the camo now. How are you going to fight the camo? So then you can't. So you can't. And then you can't pop lead if you go with the top path. So, if you go with the top path to pop lead, you can't pop the camo. So then you're like, okay, do I use the middle path only? That's not going to work. And we limit ourselves because we can't use a boat or a sub. So let's just break through it instead of, actually, is this working? Could this actually work? Could a sniper solo this? I have the sniper down for later with alternate balloon rounds because he can pop lead and camo, but I mean, no. I already answered that, because you know why? He can't pop MOABs. If you go with the middle path to pop balloons, he's too weak to pop MOABs. But if you go with the top path to pop MOABs, he's too slow to pop balloons, and there you go. There's the fault. Okay, so anyways, X that one out. We're gonna be using a helicopter, and at first I was like, can I actually do it? But I'm like, yeah, duh. It'll just reset right here, and we'll make enough money. And then there you go, a little hack right there, and now you're good. This guy is easily, I don't want to say easily, but we know he can take down a MOAB, right? So before round 50, can we get the top path 4th tier? Probably, I hope so. And we know that if we get up to 3rd tier, we can pop lead, and middle tier pops camo. It's not the best or the strongest, but does it matter? We're on medium military only. I just didn't have any other choice. I was like thinking about sacrificing my hero here, but I really want to save the Churchill banger for like when it really is going to be necessary, which I think that's going to be a thing. I think it's really going to be necessary later on, because like I said, you have to have lead and camo popping, and not every tower can do so, or the ones that can. Like I was thinking like Ice will be a solid player here, right? Because he can use embrittlement. But he can't do anything against white camos. Like, they just are still bad. And so guess what? Now you have this tower that can pop camos, but now all the white balloons are going to just slink through. The white camos are going to slink through unless you pair it with another, guess what? Camo tower. And then you feel like you're wasting 2 camo towers when there's not that many of them. So, oh my God, my head is spinning here, but I think it's going to be fine. I think we'll be okay here. Now, if any of my fellow players out there do play on PC, I would recommend, I mean, I don't want to say that, right? Because if you do something wrong and it breaks your computer, but I like mods, and I think they are very helpful for if you're a player who likes to learn new things or try new things. These mods are so awesome. I've been trying to like appeal to Ninja Kiwi through my videos of telling them to make a faster forward for so long, but like it's so slow to go through game modes with like the regular, like this is regular. Like after going that fast, doesn't this just seem like a turtle? And this is like normal speed, like no thank you, right? And then this is just fast forward. That's fast forward. Like it doesn't seem that slow, but it's pretty slow when compared to something like this, which this isn't even the best option. This is probably what they would give us, is this speed, which is, you know, awesome. Oh my God, I should have probably upgraded here. But then I like to go on 3, which if you guys have been in my videos before, you know that when I do this, I usually lose because I'm so focused on going fast that things pop by and I'm too slow to catch it. Well, we don't do these in our regular Black Border runs, obviously, because that would change all of the times. We're basing it on going turtle speed. But if they did do that, if they brought out like a new 3rd times fast forward, could you imagine? Now I have to go through in Black Border every single game mode again because they're all going to be faster. But guys, I'm pretty sure this is going to work. My other choice would have been a Spectre, but then you're kind of stuck with the, yeah, dude, could you imagine sitting here trying to mess with pineapples to pop all the leads? Yeah, no thank you. Absolutely not. So this is probably the best option right here. Oh my goodness. But that leads us into the next one, which I did save for, because I thought, okay, if we use a helicopter for military, then I think for Impoppable, a good one would be a Spectre and an Alchemist. Now this one is on my like very slight maybe. Like this one is on my huge, dude, why does it do that? This one is on my huge maybe. Like this might not work just because we do have to get by with some garbage stuff until we can get the 3rd tier bottom. And even then, I'm just real nervous about it. But we'll put him here and we'll just do like a basic figure 8 for right now. And then we'll get, okay, so we don't need lead because we'll use the Alchemist. But now I don't know, like, should I get sharper darts and stuff first and centered path that I don't need? Or should I get an Alchemist first? Probably an Alchemist, right? I think he'll do better than this guy. Yeah, look, that's ugly. Should I get it? But now where do I put it? Like here maybe? Is that a good spot, or maybe here? Like there, so I can see like the end too. I think that's pretty good. And we'll put it on strong. And eventually we're going to get it to popping lead, right? So we'll get the larger one and the faster one. And then honestly, I could get the little acid pool too. That could actually work. I didn't think about that. I never use that. I knew I was going to use them for like a Berserker brew, but I was like, okay, well, what about everything else? And we could still use acid pool to make this thing awesome. But I also could just get to never miss and we'll be okay Oh, but we have to use the middle path garbage. The same problem. We're going to have like this weak tower. It's going to be funny. Let's see if we can get there though. Oh my goodness. Should he be on first then? Or should he be taking out the strong ones? Dude, this is bad. This is bad. And it's Apocalypse, so it's going to be even worse. And we still need like so much money here. I think we're going to have to acid pool. Acid pool. Okay, acid pool for sure. Okay. So this is where I'd like to sell and then buy it back, but we're not doing none of those weirdo strategies, okay? Oh my gosh, this is bad. Okay, okay. And then I don't have camo though. Should I sacrifice that? Should I get never miss or the camo? That's like 20 lives, right? We might actually lose. Okay, we'll get it. This sucks. This sucks. Now we need 500 bucks. We might have to restart this one. But we do have to black border each individual one. Like we cannot be like continuing or anything like that. That's not happening. But there's our never miss. So I think we'll be okay. That was ugly. That was super ugly. But now we're okay. We could pop lead and we'll get the berserks too. And then I think we're just going to go to stronger stimulant because I really don't think there's any possible way I'm taking down 57 with a Garbo never miss targeting middle path in this one. Because we know from using it for deflation and things like that, that's just not going to happen. So stronger stimulant's our best and pretty much our only bet here. We'll be able to tell from the first MOAB here how this is going to go for the rest of it. Let's check it out. Because if we can take down with stronger stimulant, maybe the first MOAB here, then 57 would be what, somewhere around this area, and then it'll give us enough time to clean it. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and it's Apocalypse. It's not even, there is no 57. They're all combined. Why do I do this every time I play Apocalypse? I forget what it does. This is terrible. And now I'm like, okay, well, should I sell the Alchemist to get the Spectre? But that takes away my rule. We might have to cheat already. Oh my god, I don't want to stray from my list if I don't have to. So what we're going to do here though, I know how Apocalypse works. I didn't put this into the rules, right? We know Apocalypse is stupid, so we can just go like this and it'll like reset the round. I hope it does. $23,000. Are you kidding me? We might lose. No, we lost. What happened? So this time I changed it up a little bit and I'm risking it for the biscuit. As you can see, 8 lives, but I went with this one. So he can still pop lead, but now he's going to make us money. So I might be able to get Spectre like a heck of a lot sooner. Or I could have screwed up this entire plan. But if this works, we're getting more money. We're getting everything better. Hopefully. And I'm going to center my path back here because I think it'll go the whole map, right? I think we'd be okay. I probably should have done that in the beginning of the first one anyway. Like, what a dummy. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So I moved him to strong because he was letting too many through, keeping him on last. I'm just used to doing it on last because like those boss events and stuff. But I don't think this is going to work. I really don't. Unless we get lucky. Because remember, on Apocalypse, every seed's different. So that could have just been a really hard seed that I had that first one. And this next one might be like really easy. And we just make a bunch of money and we get our Spectre and we call it a day. But I feel like I'm going to have to rearrange some of my towers here. And that's really going to upset me because then we're going to be like completely in a bad spot for later. Because these ideas, I took time for these ideas. They need to work. But we still need $6,000, $5,000 to get this through. And we have to fight MOABs. That's just not going to happen. So we're just not strong enough. No way. Oh, dude, I need to sell so bad. If I sell, we're okay. Can I sell but just not buy back? What about that? All right, we're changing it up here a little bit. I went with top path, middle path this time. And then we're going to go with the stronger stimulant. And this guy does shoot out the rockets to take down the MOABs. And then he does spit things. This might be a lot easier. I just assume that a Spectre is going to be better. But this might actually just work fine, and then I can keep on my original plan. But I know I'm not going to have 38,000, but does it matter? Look, he's taking, dude, he takes him out fast. This is way better plan. I was just like, okay, that's a lot of money to waste. Because, like, look, we have all this money that we're not going to be able to spend now. But actually, no, he's still not doing it. Winged monkey? Winged monkey? No, okay, I think I just need to have more faith. Oh, God, this is gross. This is gross. Just finish it off already. Be done. Be done. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. We're going to home this one and come back. Okay, where are we at, big dog? All right, let's do infinite figures. It's because he's not good, dude. He's not good with the balloons. And it's literally the same. I thought before if like you redo it, it comes back easier. I swear that was a thing. It's a thing in my head. All right, we're good actually. He's hitting these lines perfectly. I haven't had to click anything. This is sick. Like, look, that's perfect. And I'm gonna bring it back for that one. Yeah, dude, perfect. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. We just lost a few there, but I think we should be okay. We still have 150 lives. Well, am I going to get 38,000? No, it's the last round. Just finish it. Just finish it. Be done. Oh, be done, please. You seriously? Okay, good. That worked. That worked. Okay. So we're down 1, Beast Handler, Glue, Desperado, Mortar Village, so that's 5, Helicopter 6, Plane and Alk is 7. Okay, next is a little bummer. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I needed to get it out of the way because I wanted to save this for later, but I think we're gonna have to use it now. We're gonna use Attack and Churchill, which is just silly. But because I was thinking Tack, right? And I was like, okay, well, Reverse is perfect for this spot. Like, it's a great little tower. But I was like, what is it gonna do? What's it gonna do for us? Because if we go bottom path, it'll be fast, but it can't pop lead early on. Are we even gonna have enough time to get Churchill? And I'm trying to save my towers. Like, this one just kind of sucks. He kind of sucks, right? Like, because he can pop lead, but not purples if you go to the top path. He sucks, dude. He drives me crazy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try, I think we're just gonna sack until church. We have to, so we can get his level up. I should have probably not even bought anything. Okay, we good? We good, bro? And then put him directly with this line here, right? And then I think if you leave him on last, that's what Supreme, I say everybody, that's what Supreme tells me. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with middle path. I know that sounds crazy, but I figured what good is having a couple extra balloon popping over here with the top path? If something gets away, we can just spin-a-rooney it with Blade Maelstrom and the other one. And then he has the machine gun, so we can put him back on first. That's the rule. And then we just need camo, which is level 6. Let's get there before 33. Okay, perfect. Now that's it. That's game right there. We're done. And then we'll get 14,000 for Super Maelstrom. And then this one's game. So I knew wherever I place Churchill, hard mode, medium mode, it's going to be game. We just have to get it there. So I'm kind of wasting my tack. So I'm wondering, like, okay, but I was going to say, like, what if I just didn't use the tack, but then we wouldn't have enough for Churchill. So that's the problem. That's why I put him on my list in this spot. And Reverse is kind of like a throwaway anyway. So, and since we don't have a money thing, we can actually just boost him up even stronger. I know he can do it probably on his own, but why not, right? Like, who cares? And then if we want to, on 60, we can be cool about it and just go like this, and then go like this, and then go like that, and then boom, there we go. There we go. Level 28 prestige, guys. Look at that. All right, so now we are on to standard hard mode. We're moving through this relatively quickly. It's 34 minutes in real time, which is pretty cool. And so for this one, I just have super and ice. Super and ice is what I put for this, and I think it's gonna be gross. And I'm even wondering what ice to use. Because what my idea was that I'm gonna go with the ugly super. We're gonna go with the middle path one with bottom path because I don't wanna rely on, well, we can't rely on the ice, what I was explaining earlier. I think we're gonna go with this one anyway. We're gonna go a weird setup, but it'll work because it does the whole circle here. And we're gonna go with this one. See, it does pop everything. It's gross, but it works. And then we'll cold snap it for lead. And then we're just gonna sack until we get 2,700. That's why we couldn't use it on like Apocalypse or anything like that. And then I was thinking about saving super for Magic Monkeys only, but then we're gonna try to solo Magic Monkeys with just a wizard. I feel like I've done it before, and I feel like I was gonna go with, I always go with the Spear of the Forest, but that's because we're going for speed. We're doing a Black Border run because it has money. So then I'm like, hang on. If I'm not using banana farms, what's a good money maker? Well, bottom path boat, we don't have that. And then the spirit actually makes quite a bit of bucks. So we're gonna use the spirit on Impoppable so we can get some extra money to build up our second tower faster. All right? You like that idea? I like it. Now we're gonna put a super, I guess, here with the bottom line in case something gets out. So now what we can do is we can do a couple things. We can go camo first on this one just to make sure he's safe for 33, but I think this one can solo it. I'm just worried about the camo whites on 37. So we'll get this first. Well, I guess we have a long time. Like, we have a lot of stuff before we get to the big old Moab. And then we'll use ice shards, which, did you guys know that ice shards removes camo and regal properties? Is that new? I always swore it was embrittlement, not ice shards, but I'll take it, right? Like, I'm not complaining. And then to keep the camo purples from wrecking us later, which I know they will, we're gonna go with middle path super here. And we're gonna go up for Robo Monkey. And then I'm assuming we're gonna have enough for Tech Tear because none of this is gonna be a problem. Like, especially like now, like watch, nothing will get past this circle. And then Robo Monkey will just, take out everything else. So we're okay. I know it's like the worst way to use super, but it's working, right? Hang on, but don't I lose? Okay, we have to, okay. So this is 63 and he's barely handling it. But if I go Tech Terror, do I lose purple popping? I do, right? Because now he has lasers again. They're like natural lasers. So, oh man, that could be, I don't know the rounds. What rounds do purples come out? Because I'm feeling like this guy's going to screw it up. I know he can pop the purples, but they come out so fast that it's just kind of ridiculous. But maybe they won't even be seen. I'm going to slow it down because I'm actually curious about this. I don't want to lose the perps. But so far, he's just critting everything to the moon, which is, I love it. I love this. I love this. I love it. I love it. And then we could even probably get super unbrittle too, because I know for a fact we're not getting 75,000 for it. Has anyone ever gotten 75,000 for anti-balloon? Because you have to like specifically be going for it, right? And then if you're gonna go for that much, why not just get the $60,000 bottom path one that you can teleport across the map? Why would you get anti-balloon? Just so it goes when it uses its ability. I'll show you here in a second. And there's our super brittle, and yeah, hasn't been any more purples, so and I haven't even had to use my And then I think he would have taken them out anyway, right? Like that using the ability would have been fine. Now I was thinking in my head, this would be like a cool series, you know, like take on every map and see what the least amount of towers are. But I think the record's gonna be like, I'm assuming the record's gonna be logs, right? Because on logs, or even 3 times round, because there is water there and it goes 3 times around and you get extra money. And we took out those purples pretty easily, actually. So I'm wondering what would be the record. But if you did that, you can't do every single map, because honestly, I could probably follow this pattern like Cubism. I could do the exact same thing here, except for I have water, so I'll probably use more, or technically less, because now I can probably solo one on its own with this one. No, let me think. Could Middle Path solo? Middle Path could probably solo a beginner. Yeah, I could probably solo a beginner with Middle Path, or even medium standard. Now I'm curious. But for sure, you can solo with a boat. Like, that's one of the easiest things to solo in the entire world, which is awesome. So that was super and ice for standard hard. And we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 towers means we have 13 left to use, 12 left to use because we used our hero. And now we are on Magic Monkeys only, which I said we're going to try to solo it with a wizard. Now, my thought process for this was don't just toss it in the middle here or the back, because then we're going to be losing his graveyard. So I guess this would be the easiest, and I'm going to go with fire. This one I'm actually very nervous about. Like, I think it can be done, but I think there's a lot of variables, because the first thing that comes to my mind is round 80, or even 79 for that matter, with the fortified BFBs. And we've seen it happen before where your graveyard just goes away because it takes so long. So for 80, we're going to have to onslaught the ZOMG, right? We're going to have to just attack it here and then move them back for the cleanup. It could be a hit or miss. It could be a huge fail. And if it is a fail, that kind of screws up my entire plan, because like I said, most of these required one, or the early ones required 1 tower. And this is the last one that I have on the list for being 1 tower, because like double HP MOAB is not going to be a 1 solo run, right? It's just not going to happen. And so if this doesn't work, that completely screws up our end result game here. So we'll see how this goes. There goes my first red balloon loss there. I don't know what's going on. We're losing already. All right, so can we take out purples? Oh, not until we get third. Oh, dude, you have to have it now. We just lost. Oh, I don't want to risk that. No, we have to restart. Yeah, I need as many lives as possible in case something gets by here. We can't be risking it for biscuits on that. So we have to do this again, but only go for middle. What? That just doesn't seem right. It seems like I'm messing some up here. No, they come out on 25, then I think on like 30 something, right? So we need to be prepped for those, and you can only pop them with their, oh dude, I was thinking like Shimmer revealed it. What a genius. All right, so let's just do this then, and we'll fireball too. I think we'll have enough if we fireball. And then, or no, I just should have done the math. And watch us lose more this way than if I would have just done it the other way. My brain is small sometimes, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna watch us lose more. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude, we're losing so much more. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. Okay, so that's not gonna work either. So the other way was the right way, or the only way, and then we just have to hope we don't kill more lives. That's so funny. All right, so we have 28 lives. I'm less than the first time we did this too, and I think the best would be like right here, right? Because now they're gonna disappear like right in front of that, so that's good. No, we want it to be in the graveyard though. Yeah, in the graveyard popping. No, but look, we're not getting anywhere. Dude, this is where I struggle so much. I don't know. Really, the test is that first MOAB, because that's where I'm nervous about here. No. All right, so we're back at it again. We're coming up to round 40 here. So I think the best way would just be to onslaught it. Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to be a problem, sir? Come on, come on. Dude. All right, this time I'm just going to, we just have to do this. And we'll just do it for the end of it. I feel like this is the best way anyway. Oh my gosh. This is just the first set of stupid things. So I think we're going to rush it, and then I'm immediately, so I'll slow it down here. I'm going to immediately rush it, or we're not even there yet. I'm going to rush it and then move them. That's the best way to do this, I think. So rush it, rush it, rush it. And then there, that's gone. So now I'll just put them all here. And we still have 325. So it should be totally fine. Oh my God, we need $28,000. This is gonna be a nightmare if that's how I have to do this. But we need this to be like in there, right? Oh my gosh, we're so close. Are we not gonna get it in time? Dude. Okay, no, we can because we can just do this, right? $20? $20? Are you kidding me? Oh, you suck. All right, so same thing. We have to rush the first one, okay? And then we're gonna, oh, I forgot because I'm moving it. You can't do that in this game. Ugh, it's so ugly. All right, there we go. Prince of Darkness, baby. All right, cool. That was rude. That was absolutely rude. All right, put it here though. Now see, this is the problem. We're not getting like constant graveyards. Yeah, there we go. That's better. No, back more, huh? Because don't they have to pop in range? So like you need it here. Yeah, that's the best way. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. Like 79 might be awful and 80 might be impossible. So here's 79. And I'm gonna turn auto start off because I need to do this right. Okay, no, we're handling it fine. All right, I'm gonna go regular here though. So what we have to do is we have to rush this thing, right? And then we're gonna have to move it down to here, just exactly like we did, just a little bit better. So just hit it with full onslaught of balloons. No, don't do that. That's the problem I did the first time. You dumb idiot. Oh, my brain is so small. Okay, this should be fine though. This should be fine. We're still getting the graves. We'll start getting them. Yeah, that should be fine, right? No, because I screwed up. I screwed up, guys. Because they're floating over there in space. All right, rush. They're still attacking because they have enough time. Break it open. Okay, now we're going to go here. Do those have enough time or probably not, huh? Maybe though. Maybe. Yes. Okay, we did it. That works. I'll take that. I mean, I feel like that's luck. I feel like you just have to get lucky with that. But we soloed Magic Monkeys only with that guy, so that's totally fine. Now for double HP, I have Ninja and Boomer. Now, the Ninja, obviously, we have to go bottom path because it needs to pop lead. Not obviously. I mean, I put them two together because I feel like we have options. Because if you didn't know, the middle path Boomer, turbocharge, can pop camo as long as you have monkey knowledge for it, right? It's a monkey knowledge thing. And I have that. We have full monkey knowledge on. So I was thinking we could use middle path. But I'm like, obviously, top path is better. But will it work? So what we're going to try top path Boomer first because it'll be way easier because I really don't feel like timing abilities. I'm bad at that and we'll be fighting our way through, but I think it's like a guaranteed win at some point because the middle path ability is just broken and it can shred through everything up to 80, like no problem. So that's our options, but how are we going to get the top path one all the way to camo? That means we have to rely on the bottom path Ninja of popping all of the camos, which means he's in a bad spot to begin with. He needs to be like here. Either way, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be so bad, but we'll try there instead. I was going to put him there to where he can hit the end, but I don't think it matters. We need all of the camo taken out like early. So we'll put him even on camo mode there. And then we'll take our Boomer. Boomer can be in the back actually. Yeah, Boomer can be in the back. He'll clean up it back here. Now the problem with this is that we have to get sticky bombs because this guy can't pop MOABs. So then I was thinking is, well, if he pops leads, that means we don't need camo lead until 59. We could go with Bloon Jitsu and that saves us a lot of money because Flash Bomb's 24 and that's 5. So that's $7,800. This is only 30, like 4,000. So we save $4,000 and then we can get this one a little quicker at 33,000. So we might be able to go with like double shot as long as we can take down MOABs. That's if we can take down MOABs because that's definitely a better camo popper than this Garbaggio. So we'll have to just see if we can make it all the way to 33,000. That's not going to happen, but we'll have to see. Here we go. See already. Oh my goodness. Maybe though? Nope. He let that one go. I think that's enough just to hurt us right there, right? Oh my goodness. That's a lot of lives, but it didn't take us out. So maybe? Dude, if we can get to Boomer, this was the easiest one. Or it's obviously not the easiest, but you know what I mean? Like in my head, this was going to be a lot harder. So the relief of not having it as hard as I thought it would be is a lot easier than the ones I think were easy to begin with, right? There, right. Now watch it be bad on the, yep. Bloons TD6 fashion. There we go. That's how this rolls. Oh my goodness. I love Bloons TD6 for this reason right here. Come on, baby. Don't do this to me. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. It always knows. The game knows that you're almost on the cusp of something. And then it says, eat it. Eat it and lose. This is pretty cool. We're going to be able to finish out the round with a Master Bomber on top of that. Like, that's pretty sick. That makes this even cooler than I thought it was going to be. This is a good team. This could be a 2 Towers Chimps, except for the fact that I lost a bunch of lives. So, no, not going to happen. But that's it, guys. Now we're on to half cash. This one I did do a little bit of testing just because I was like, no, we gotta, so I got through the beginning with this setup, but it's awful. We're gonna go Dart and Bomb. And I think my placements are garbage. I think everything about this is garbage. I had it here and then like, it was just betting on it cleaning up going this way. And it's just so ugly of a strat, but it's what we got. Because what I'm thinking this whole thing's gonna be is we're gonna probably get the bottom path one eventually. We're gonna get recursive because I was gonna go middle. I was like, okay, what's cool about Juggernaut? Juggernaut can pop camo, it can pop lead, it can do everything, and it's relatively cheap. Because I was gonna go crossbow once I pulled out a dart, obviously. And I was like, well, that's not gonna work. I can't do a crossbow because it's gonna cost too much, especially if I don't have another camo popper and all I have is a bomb. So then I was like, okay, Juggernaut. But Juggernaut is so bad against Moab. So I was like, okay, well, let's use a Moab Mauler. That should be pretty good, right? No, that's not pretty good. It's pretty bad. And it's the worst tower ever for anything more than like one Moab. So then we're going to have recursive pop Moabs and then also clean up Bloons because this guy's going to do the both. We're using 2 Bloon poppers to pop Moabs because that's what I'm thinking. Like 1 is not good enough, but 2 could be good enough. Now, here, I think we're going to have to go with Juggernaut. If I don't get Juggernaut first, well, no. Oh, man, I don't know. No, recursive bomb, cursive cluster is good. We'll get that one. We'll try to go for this one first. I just need the Juggernaut. Like, see, this is what I didn't want. I didn't want to be chasing things around because we need all the lives we can get. So I'm going to grab Juggernaut, and then I'm going to grab recursive cluster. Now, these placements I don't think are the best. I do not think they're working out how they should be. But going for clusters was way better than I thought it would be. I was thinking about going for jugs first, but then I'm like, nah, it's probably not a good idea. And it wasn't. It was a bad idea because Juggernaut sucks. So I think this is a way cleaner idea. Plus, what's weird is how good recursive cluster is at taking out Moabs. Like, it shouldn't be that good. Like, it's not the best, but it doesn't need to be because now I have 2 massive cleaner uppers. Like, both of these together are great cleaner uppers. So now we go Ultra Jugs, and then we go Ultra Bomb. And we're done. That's it. That's simple. Hopefully. Look how bad Jugs is at popping the camos here, though. Like, it's not. I'm like complaining a lot, but like it is doing it. It's just, it's scary is why. Because now look at this one. It's probably going to make it through. Yeah, no, it bounced it back. Dude, the rainbow. Oh, you suck. But I think that's my fault because, yeah, I think it's my placement's just bad. And it's just going to be a luck thing, like where these pop out to. And because I changed it to last for like 2 seconds, it's probably going to be fine now. That's how this game likes to, yeah, now it's totally fine. Oh, this game stresses me out, but it's okay. We got it through. That's all that matters, right? So we got it. We did it. Now we just have to get 15,000. Part of me is thinking like, well, no, a lot of me is thinking it's just the placement. Like, I think that's really the whole big shtick here is that if I would have had a better spot, would have been fine. As long as we can get the jugs, get them. 15,000. Just hurry up. It's not even that good. Why is it $15,000? Okay, now we're safe. So I'm glad we can still get Bomb Blitz because I really don't think, I don't even know if this guy could take out those. Oh my, are we going to lose? Right? Oh my God, right before Bomb Blitz. The Juggernaut has been just whiffing. Like he does come clutch like with a last minute one, but that's definitely like a clincher, you know? You're like this the entire time he's not winning. I don't think he can even take this out. I mean, for $14,000, no, I'm not even gonna chance it. I don't want to lose. That's silly. That's goofy. I don't like it. But that's it. That is done. That is, what was that, double HP? No, that was half cash. Oh my gosh, that was half cash. That's awesome. Now we're an alternate, which I have here, engineer and sniper. Which engineer? I would imagine I meant the middle path, right? It'd have to be. Well, who's gonna pop lead? No, the engineer will pop the lead with the, yes. Because if we go top path, we have nothing to pop camo lead if we go middle or bottom path sniper. It has to be that. So, okay, we're gonna go engineer, right? But then bottom path one? Okay, we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna give this a go. Let's just see what happens here. So I don't like that spot though. That's not gonna work for that spot. We need it like somewhere else. We need it this one. Okay. I just had to brain fart. I was like, which one goes? Oh, it's middle path with the cleansing foam, but it's just not that good. So we're gonna go with this. Oh, but I need it right away because it's alternate. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go and sacrifice like a ton of lives here if it even can be done. Otherwise, we have to start with the sniper, which we know that can't work. So let's just try to sacrifice some stuff here, which sucks because buying 3080 for deconstruction is awful. It does nothing. Even when you go to get a Moab, like why would a $380 upgrade do anything but just suck? And so I don't like that upgrade. I'm just gonna let you guys know. It's a waste, especially right now. Are we good? Yeah, we're just a couple blues. And then like, why am I doing this just to buy a sniper? Like a sniper doesn't matter if it's cleansed right away. This might be a stupid idea. Like, let's be real. Okay, now sniper. It did work though. It cleansed it. It cleansed the foams. No, I don't want the sniper, huh? I need oversized nails. I need something that's actually going to pop some stuff here. Yes. Okay. Okay. We'll do this. Okay. Now we're cooking with some foam. All right. So now it's sniper. That makes more sense. And then we'll put him over here so we can get the shrapnel shot. And now we're good. Now we should be totally fine. In which we just soloed with this guy. Granted, we have monkey knowledge though, so we didn't solo. I don't think you would have done that on chimps mode. So now we already have our 5th tier elite great fender. Okay. And he'll be able to do most of, if not everything. I'm just a little bit worried about like fortified BFBs but the 4th tier took out the fortified MOAB like around this area. It's not that big of a deal. And then we're going to overclock because that's all we can do now. We can't buy anything else. So I think we're in a good spot. And should I just overclock the whole time? Like every time it's available? Like when you speed it up, it makes it so fast. Like usually overclock takes a while, but now I can just always have it. Like that's pretty funny. And then, oh, okay, we're good. We're good. I'm scared. Okay, 75 naturally. I'm not going to use the overclock. Is that fortified BFB going to be a problem? Nope, it's not. Nothing's a problem. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's get out of here with that one. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now what's 78 on alternate? Like weird fortified one? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, super wow. But are we going to have it? No, 77,000 is a little too much for our blood on this one. So are we good? Are we good? Yes, we're good there. 79 starts off with fortified instead of having 2 fortified at the end. So what's the a ZOMG? Are you kidding me? Are we going to be able to handle? Yeah, dude, look at this. Look at this shredding. I'm going to keep my ability just in case. It's just a regular. It's not even fortified. We just took one of those out. Oh my goodness. We're too good. We're too good. Now we're on to Impoppable. And I really think the last 2 are going to be easy. I did chimps and it wasn't the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Actually, it is kind of bad. Chimps is bad because I told you I did that one first. So I made it harder on myself so we could have more better towers for later. And Impoppable is going to be our last fun one here, which is Druid and Dartling, which a Druid, I know how good this guy can go. So we're just going to leave him up here being awesome. Or maybe here. I have a reason for that because I want his like cool spikes to like go a little farther down. And then we're just going to go for it. Now the goal is to not lose any lives because I want to save my spikes for any mishaps we might have. And then we're just going to be completely relying on this guy making money. So I'm going to try to get to Druid of the Jungle first. I know we're going to be safe with that. And then I would like to get to his 4th tier fast so we can make money quicker because the whole point of this is to make some money. Let's see here, 1080, 1260. It's 1260. I thought it was 1080. Hasn't it always been 1080? Now it's 1260. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. This is bad. Now the next one is going to be a Dartling, and we're really doing it for the camo. And then for later on, this is actually a synergy, beautiful team. Like think about it. We can go with, let me think. I got to think. I don't want to mess this up because their upgrades actually do matter for this because if you go in the wrong order. So I need Hydro Rocket Pods for the MOAB, but I think I can get Jungle's Bounty and Hydro Rocket Pods. But if I don't, we'll have to do this like a weird way and maybe lose, but I'd rather risk it because I do need the money. Like we need it quicker, you know, because we need like 70 something thousand for the 5th tier of that guy. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it, which is stupid, just absolutely dumb, but I'm going to do it. We're going to like this, and I might be able to get off one of them before 40, which is just so dumb, but whatever. No, $360. Wow, we're 320. We're so rich. Okay. And then I'm going to have to turn my ability off here too. Here we go. So I can do this. Actually, this should be fine. The Druid should be able to handle it solo. I'm like getting really excited if you guys can't tell it. We're getting to the end of this and it's actually working. Usually my harebrained schemes just don't work because I'm not good enough at this game. But I don't think this is like the hardest challenge. It's just purely fun for me and I love it. What? That was lag. All right, that's the downside of using these speed mods. It makes your game just jumpy. All right, so now we're just going to keep using this ability. Again, I'm going to speed it up so I can just keep using the ability faster. Now, the goal here is obviously to get Spirit of the Forest because he makes a lot of money on his own passively, plus the ability makes you more. So I would like to get it like right away, and then we're good. We're honestly good until like the 80s with him, and then by then we'll have our MAD and we'll be okay. But I've so far made $2,800, so that's not bad. You know, every dollar I make is taking off the grand total of this guy, which is cool. Are we good here? Nope, we almost lost a couple lives there. Okay, there we go. Use my ability. I should probably grab Heart of Thunder, but I feel like I should just go for the other one first. Here. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was my fault. That was my fault. Stupid. Okay, I just overplayed that a little bit, but here we go. There. And it really wasn't that bad if I just don't play terrible. Okay, 42, are we good? Okay, it was an even 42. That's perfect. And we'll get Heart of Thunder because why not? We'll lock him back in place, and now we can go for the gold here. Go for the super zoom, get that super money. And I don't think we have to really worry about anything because look how much money he's going to make now. Just banking it. I love it. I was hoping the Alchemist worked that way, but unfortunately he doesn't. So we didn't get to do this is our only moneymaker this entire time, which is kind of crazy. But we just need a couple more bucks, and then he's going to literally just make this super non-existent. I would imagine that the two of these together are just pure beauty, because once you get the Mad going, he pops every Moab class down, and then what do you need? A cleanup. Well, he's the cleanup. Now, the only downside of my buddy, the Super Spirit, is I don't need any money anymore, huh? I'm good. The only downside of the Super Spirit is that he is really, really bad when it comes to super ceramics and stuff. So is that going to be a problem? Probably not, because look at this guy go. It's ridiculous. And guys, again, it's Monkey Meadow. We have like 3 hours for the balloons to go around the track, so it's really not that big of a deal. But for those of you keeping up, we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then I have 2 for the last. So that'll be 23 towers to beat every single game mode. Can you do it with less? I'd actually like to know. Because I feel like we're doing pretty good here. Okay, 98. I was gonna use my ability, but I just think I should use my ability on 100. Not 100, a 99, because those DTs suck. Nope, nobody sucks. This is really easy, and we still have 100 Rand left over. That's ridiculous, dude. I know it's Monkey Meadow, but that was pretty sick. I'm pretty excited about that. And last but not least, the one where we're at most of my career in this game, Chimps mode. Chimps mode. All right, we got, if you're keeping up, you know, all we have left is a banana farm, a boat, and a sub, and a mermonkey, and a spike factory. So I'm going to use a mermonkey and a spike factory, but I don't remember which ones I used. I think it was top path because it can solo on its own. And then we go with middle path spike. This is going to suck. This is going to really suck, but we're going to go for it. So we're going to go with this one first because it gives it that little, like, what do you call that thing? Advanced intel, pretty much. It's pretty sick, actually. I tried to do this with the middle path merm, and I could not get merm to work on anything. Middle path just sucks, and the bottom path is just awful. So I thought this would be the best go at it, and you can literally solo with this one all the way up to the Abyss Dweller, and it's pretty sweet. So we're going to do it. Like I said, I practiced this one, so it should be good to go. But practicing does not make perfect in Bloons TD6 because we have this beautiful thing called RNG, and you're playing, you're doing fine. Or my favorite one, like you guys have seen, is like you're a $1 short or $20 short, and it goes, here's a big old onslaught of ceramics. Eat it. But it is cool because, like I said, this guy can solo on chimps. Did you know that? I didn't know that until I tried to do this, and I thought, wow, that's actually very helpful. You could do that probably on a lot of maps because it's not going, it is going too far, isn't it? No way, no way. I'm over here talking smack, and that's my fault. I didn't upgrade in time, huh? There you go, Abyss Dweller. But we have to redo that because I want to get Black Border. So here we go, restart, back here again. Oh my goodness, just don't talk this time, genius. Here we go, clicking like crazy. Okay, now we're good. All right, so now I can get my spike factory. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna go with middle path spikes because I know the top path is not that good on this one. Like, it's great, but it's not that good. So I wanna go middle, but then I'm worried if I put the middle here, he's gonna be spiking everywhere here, and then we have nothing for cleanup. But if I put it here, then this guy's doing all the work up front. So I feel like this is the best spot. I just don't like it at all. But we're gonna have to go with this one for the lead. I didn't even think about lead. I'm glad we were able to get this guy in time. Like, what a dummy play on that one. All right, this one and 2,700. And I would like to have middle path by the time we get to the Moab, because I don't know if we can pop Moab with what we got. We might need the 7,500. I might have to go back and actually not upgrade that one to upgrade this first. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Look at that. That's really bad. So what do I do then? Go with this one? Oh, I can go a little bit more range. No way. And I want a Black Border, but I have to like see, now that time worked. Oh, this game stresses me out. Okay, we'll restart it again then. We'll restart. You suck. Okay, I'm gonna put you back here then. You're gonna be my cleanup up here. Back here, I mean. Nope, that's worse. What about here? Nope, that's worse. And then I'll get this guy a little sooner. Then get the white hot spikes, and now I can get the other guy. Or maybe not. Maybe I should get the other one first and just wait on this one. Get MOAB Shredder. I might grab Echo Sense for it's a little bit more range. Maybe that'll help out here. And then we'll strong this one. I feel like that could help out a little bit. And then we'll try to get Spike Swarm for the Moab. I don't think we need it, but just to be on the safe. Look at this. We're going to lose again. No, first. Don't lose. Yeah, dude. Okay, never mind. We have to get a Abyss Dweller. This sucks, dude. This sucks. This is a bad idea. I left myself with like terrible towers. We can throw in no, we can't throw in a banana farm. We can't throw in a boat. So like literally the hard part is getting to either of these 5th tiers. So getting to this 5th tier and then getting the other 5th tier doesn't really help us. Like getting another boat or something. Like, it's like we still need to just get to this Abyssal Warrior. Like, why isn't he why isn't he popping him? Why isn't he He's not even trying, guys. All right, so let's do this again. And here's the best part. Like, if you do retry last round, it'll work. Yep, that's Bloons. That's Bloons for you. So now restart the whole thing just so you can get like a random. Game drives me nuts, guys. Retry last round is 1,000% different. It always is. It's 1,000% different. So you get all built up in your head that you're gonna destroy Chimps mode because you did it on retry last round, and that round it worked. But it will be a completely different outcome than if you just did it all the way through. I don't know why. It's like it's a buildup of the Bloons before the round or something. It just does that over and over and over. So you have to restart. So once you get a strategy going, if you're building something for Chimps, you have to rebuild it and restart. You have to, just to make sure it's going to work when you're trying to actually go for the black border. Trust me on that. It's stressful. All right, so now we're going to go here, but we're going to put it up here this time because I think that's our problem, the leads. So we're going to go here, but it's like once it's gone, it's gone. That's the scary part too. Yeah, see, oh my goodness. Eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. You suck. Okay, so now I just don't even know. Okay, so since I can move it now, we're going to do this. Yeah, that'll be actually a smart play. We're going to close this guy over here. Oh my goodness, what an idiot. And we're going to go with the other one. We're going to go with long life spikes. We're going to go this way. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if it works. Deadly spikes. Go for Abyssal Network. Abyssal Warrior, I can't even read. Okay, that's actually a way better play. Why did I think I had to go with the garbage one? Oh my gosh, because now I can go with Lord of the Abyss and then go with, or I just go straight for Permaspike. They're not far off from each other, like 9 grand maybe. Okay, Lord of the Abyss. We'll do that one first because it's here. Now it's going to give this guy even more pierce, which is awesome. So that's actually cool. This is actually going to be really easy, isn't it? Nope. Just kidding. Oh my God. Now watch. This will be fine, by the way, guys. This will be fine. No, it's my fault. I'm an idiot. I think the play here is, well, I'm being dumb, is putting this in the back. I always think of like, you need to pop lead first, but if he can pop most of the balloons, let him pop the balloons. And then this guy will come in clutch at the end and clean everything up. And then they're together. So I think that's, oh my God, as I say this is not working. But at least he has a couple there to pop. That's not bad, right? And we're completely relying on you to put one more there. Just one more. One more? No, put them all everywhere else. You stupid. Okay, I'm gonna go with this spot placement again. I like it. I think it's working. I just gotta know, like, should I do more here? Dude, it's even worse. It's even worse. One more. Come on, but just be a friend. Be a friend. All right, I'm gonna go with this one to take down more balloons. Okay, this is clean. Oh, it's 30. That's why it's 38. That's why. Okay, we're good. No, we're not. Can you just like take some more stuff down here? And he's not even in range. That's the worst part. Like, I didn't even give him the pierce. He doesn't even have the pierce. That's why. Oh my God. All right, here's the beautiful 38 again. Let's see what we got here. He just needs to take out the balloons and he's not. So I think that's the problem. If I could take out balloons, it's worse than before. I don't have these upgraded, so maybe that's why. Let's bounce back. We're coding them now. We're coding them for 37 and 38. That actually helps. Okay, that helps tremendously. I should have done that sooner. What an idiot. Okay. I didn't even buy that. I didn't even have Shredder on. I didn't even have Shredder. What a dummy. Okay, we're good. We're good. And there's our Spike Storm. Oh my God. All I had to do was buy the Abyssal Warrior. You guys should tell me when I'm being a dum-dum. So obviously I'd like to get Carpet of Spikes before the Abyssal, but I don't think we can. But I just know that leads are going to destroy us because I don't think Abyssal pops leads, right? Because that would be convenient. See here, look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, we're good. What's silly is once we get to the right one, we're going to be okay. Like once we get, oh no, is that okay? Okay, we're good. Once we get to this middle one, everything's going to be fine. Obviously, like once you have your 5th tiers, you're good. It's just the beginnings are hard. And I was getting frustrated because I'm being a dummy. It's always my fault. Like I don't know why I get frustrated at this game. Like it's always me. Like the RNG stuff does happen and retry last round stuff does happen. But like usually it's because I just do something dumb and like that. I really don't use the Monkey, which is why he was my first choice for just wasting him in Chimps. I say waste, but like I just don't use him that much, right? And so I figured, okay, he'll be good there. And he was, but I guess I just got lucky my first time through when I was practicing within those earlier rounds. So guess what? That's what happened. So now we should be fine. Why are we going so fast? Okay, let's move back on 3. I'm like losing my brain here. But now we shouldn't have any problems. I'm curious to see if I'm even going to really need abilities. I feel like 98 might be a little bit too much for us. But maybe this one too? No, because these things spit out like, since this map is so long, it spits out about like 3 or 4 times per round. So here's 95, absolutely nothing. Here's 96. And can I say again, how cool it'd be if the game could go this fast? This is so nice. It'd just be hard because you couldn't hit spacebar, right? You'd have to Because imagine if there was 4 sections to hit spacebar on. You'd always be like, oh my gosh, and you'd try to go to the slow one and you'd make it go super fast. I've done that on this a bunch of times. But like if it was a different button, like so next to, you can just change it to where it's like Alt 2 or something. You know what I mean? So it's like spacebar and Alt, then it goes like double fast. That'd be so cool. But here's 98, and it looks like, oh yeah, definitely won't make that, I don't think. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, we're fine. And then for 100, I don't even know if we can take this one. All right, so 100, use the, oh yeah, easy. We did it. There we go. So 26 with the hero minus, we used all of them, right? We did. We used all of them except for a banana farm and then the 2 waters. So 23 towers to beat 14 game modes. That's really not bad. And then 5 of them were single. So Magic Monkeys was single, military, deflation, primary, and standard were all single. That's not bad. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Do you think we could take this further? Have you subscribed yet? Did you like it? Just to make sure everyone in the world could see this Bloons TD6 video of seeing how many Elise towers we can do. Would you like it to go further into other maps? Should we at least do a water map to see if we can do it in less? Because then I think we can actually probably do like 2 more maps with only 1 tower, which would save 2 towers right there. Because like, yeah, the boat can solo, and I feel like I could make, no, the sub won't solo. It will not, huh? But here's what the sub can do. It can replace another tower to let another tower be the single tower for another one. Yeah, you like that? So like in standard, we did a mortar and a village. Let's say we use the boat for that. That saves up 2 towers. And then maybe later we can use a better tower for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't yet, check out this video where we find out if random towers can beat chimps in Bloons TD6.